Hello, my beautiful healthcare friends. It is wonderful to see you. This is Lisa DeLong, wishing you peace and blessings at this very mysterious time in human history. And it's also today is a very special day for me because if you have heard my story, you know that my son Justin passed at the age of 15, and today is his uh, anniversary day of departing the planet. He would have been 35 years old. Can you imagine? So, with that comes a beautiful long list of memories. And I'm at such a good place today because of um, the way he inspires me. And what I've discovered is this thing called, there's a word for it, the way chaos and order exist in the world. It's called chaotic, chaordic. And basically, what it means is that when chaos is happening, and there's certainly nothing more chaotic than the loss of a loved one. And for those of you who are experiencing intense grief right now and loss, my heart goes out to you. Please know that you are much stronger than you feel right now, and be gentle with yourself. And if you aren't grieving yourself and you know someone who is, please be gentle with them. This takes a long time. For me, it's been 20 years today. So I'm able to share what I've learned over that course of time because I have been attending to my spirit through this process and discovering what something as simple as what the word chaotic means. And what it means is that in the midst of chaos, order is seeking to emerge, that they're not separate. They don't go their separate ways, they coexist. And the best example of this that I can offer is when a fire burns a mountain. And we recently experienced that too a couple of times in the last few years. We actually had to move, and my husband and I downsized to this lovely little 533 square foot studio, and we're enjoying it very much because it allows us to spend more time outdoors, excuse me, and and with each other in a way that we're not fixing something or running around with a bunch of people, because we know what family life can be, and it can be quite chaotic. And so when there's a fire like we experienced, it devastated this beautiful mountain that we lived on, and it was very, very sad and depressing to see all of these plants that were dead and trees that were gone, 300-year-old heritage oaks that were burnt to their trunk, and the smell of the smoke and the smoldering. It was very, very intense. And the following spring, the rains came. We got beautiful rain, and I went for a hike, and I got to the top of this crest that I was very familiar with, and I was accustomed to seeing it looking a certain way, and I felt sad because there, like, most of the trees were burnt and all the shrubs were burnt, but this lovely, lovely plethora of green was there coming up from the ground, grasses and wildflowers. And I smelled this scent that I had not smelled before. And I thought, what is that? And I turned, and there was this giant field of lupine, or lupine, maybe you call it, the purple wildflowers that are kind of tall and cone like. And I just thought, oh my goodness, look at that. I've never seen such a display of beauty. And that's what I'm talking about with the word chaotic. In the midst of losing Justin in physical, I was able to experience him more in spirit. And that has allowed me so much joy and insight and inspiration in my life that I'm able to share it with you. And if I hadn't experienced that, I wouldn't be able to offer that to you. I would still be in terrible grief. So, one thing I know about grief is attend to it, cry it out, run it out, punch it out, scream it out, whatever you have to do, get it out of your body. And be aware that in the midst of this terrible tragedy that you may be experiencing, there is something expansive trying to show up, to grow out of you, from to grow out of this experience. So attend to your spirit. This is the way I attend to my spirit. I spend a lot of time outside. I walk a lot. I'm very fortunate that my husband David is an avid walker. He will walk on phone calls, on Zoom meetings. He just walks and walks. So he encourages me to get out there and walk. And just the simple act of getting out of your home or getting out of the facility you work in, even for 10 minutes, breathing fresh air, look up at the sky, especially at night. You know, so many of us are city dwellers. I live in a city, and you get out, go outside, especially if you can see the moon, even if just a few stars, get out there and look up and feel the smallness of how we are, on who we are on. We're one little planet among all of that. And so for me, it helps to be outdoors. Another thing that I do is really watch my screen watching time. I don't watch the news over and over and over again. And if you know anybody who does, especially elderly folks who are constantly watching TV, there's so much fear coming out of that screen and so much negativity that it will completely suck the life out of you. So attend to your spirit by watching uplifting television, something that makes you feel good. Maybe you like comedy. Maybe you like spiritual um, messages on TV. Maybe you like crafting or home stuff. Whatever it is, make it that and not the news over and over and over. It's important to be informed, but it's also important to attend to your spirit. And that's what will keep you inspired to keep going in this very intense time. So with that, I hope that this message has been helpful. I honor the experience that Justin gave me in allowing me to be his mother and to teach me the insights that he has taught me. And I honor you for being willing to step into families like mine, situations where families like mine are struggling. I honor you and those you love and the people around you who may be grieving. And I honor the global grief that's going on in the world. And with that, I just send you a virtual hug. Put your arms around you like this and squeeze like this and pretend I'm there hugging you. You're so, so, so awesome and wonderful, and so much more is seeking to emerge out of the chaos in your life. So look for it. Pay attention to it. It's there. Listen to your heart. And become more. The world needs you.